Hello guys and welcome. This is I Play 4K, and in this video today I decided to go ahead and show you Mafia 3 running on a single Geforce GTX Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture video card. Yes, it's going to be Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture. It's not Pascal GPU architecture. We're going to play today during this benchmark in 4K resolution, maximum visuals, playable visuals, 4K, and then 1440p and 1080p. The similar performance will be on Geforce GTX 1070 video card because it's equal to Titan X video card, and on a Geforce GTX 980 Ti video card. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind also that I'm running today Geforce GTX Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, but SuperClocked Edition from EVGA, which is 100 MHz faster than the regular Titan X, and pretty much it's equal to GTX 980 Ti or GTX 1070. I'm just curious how Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture video card can handle the Mafia 3 game that was released in 2016. This is the updated version of the Mafia 3, which supports SLI and supports the unlimited FPS, so it's not capped. Let me show you some cool stuff right here, guys. Check it out. I like this part. I'm a big fan of Mafia 2, and I decided to get Mafia 3. Wow, look at that. That was awesome, man. Alright, you can see the stats at the left top. Self-explanatory, guys. We're running 30 FPS right now, and I'm recording with the shadow play, so please add 2-3 FPS to the left top to the FPS counter. As you can see, 1253 MHz in my GPU frequency, 68 Celsius GPU temperature, 100% load on the GPU. Memory frequency is 7011 MHz and 4891 MB is the memory. VRAM usage, then CPU temperature, which is over 4930K, 6 core, 12 threads, overclocked to 4.2 GHz, and load is 42%, 45%, 11293 MB is our system RAM load. I have total 64 gigs. FPS and delay between the hardware and software.
You don't want to know. Hell man, I'm a taxpayer. I got the right to know how my money's been.
The game Mafia 3 requires very top-end hardware to enjoy, and you can see the Titan X from 2016 Maxwell GPU architecture cannot handle this game at 4K resolution at playable FPS. Let me show you my settings real quick, and here we go. And resolution 3840 by 2160, unlock unlimited FPS, depth of field on, field of view 90 degrees, full screen of course, VSync is off, ambient occlusion high, motion blur off, geometry details high, shadow quality high, reflection quality will be low, volumetric effect will be high, anti-aliasing will be high right now. Let me go ahead and lower it to low. We can go ahead and do low. So right now we're going to go ahead and run at the lowest possible in 4K with the highest possible settings, except the anti-aliasing will be low and reflection quality will be low. Those two values pretty much will will increase our FPS. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Now it's going to be playable when you're going to go ahead and decrease the anti-aliasing. It's going to be above 30 FPS, but still not so comfortable, guys. Pretty much it's going to be 34-40 FPS average when you're not recording. As you can see, it jumped to 35, 37 now. But it's not unplayable at 4K if you're looking for a solid experience with the Geforce GTX 1070 or GTX 980 Ti or Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture. It's going to be playable at 4K resolution with the great experience with GTX 1080, especially GTX 1080 and SLI, or Titan X Pascal GPU architecture at 4K resolution with these settings right now. Everything at high, maximum possible, but the reflection will be low and anti-aliasing will be low. Otherwise, it's not going to be possible to play it even on Titan X Pascal. But as again, I'm going to record a separate video when I'm going to test Titan X Pascal single, 2 Titan X Pascal NSLI and Mafia 3, because I'm a big fan of Mafia series, and I'm going to use this game as a benchmark. So we're about to switch to 1440p, but before that, let me go ahead. As you can see, pretty much it's 35, like I said, 35/40 FPS without recording, sometimes going to 30. For some people it's going to be playable, but it's not so enjoyable experience. Alright, just driving around. Pretty much in Mafia, FPS will be the same throughout the level. They done a great job at that, so average will be pretty much almost the same inside, outside, and you can see a bunch of cars. We're still above 30 FPS. Alright, so right now I'm going to go ahead and lower my not lower, but pretty much make my settings ultimate at the highest possible maximum visuals, which is reflection quality is high, which will decrease our FPS dramatically, and anti-aliasing will be high. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Here we go. Now it dropped down below 30 FPS, and now it becomes unplayable, guys. Can you believe it? On GTX Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, the game is unplayable. So pretty much with 2 GTX Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, you're going to be about 50 FPS, which will be comfortable, or 2 GTX 1070 and SLI, but on single of those video cards, and it's unplayable. It's not going to be even playable at Titan X Pascal GPU architecture at comfortable frame rates, which is like 60 FPS for those people who's like the solid experiences. But for some, single Titan X Pascal GPU architecture will be playable, but as again, I'm not going to spoil you. Go ahead and check out my video about that over the iPlay4K YouTube channel or iPlay4K.com website. Here we go, guys. As you can see, it's below 30 FPS, everything maxed out at 4K on a single Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, or reflection low and anti-aliasing is low. It's going to give you a little bit above 30 FPS. I would say 34-40 FPS. Sometimes inside of the building it's going to give you 40 FPS. Alright? Alright, let me go ahead and switch now to 1440p, which is 2560 by 1440. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Here we go. 2560 by 1440. Maximum visuals, everything set to maximum, including the anti-aliasing at high and reflection at high as well. So this will be playable, as you can see, and pretty much comfortable. But for those people who's looking 60 FPS, probably not going to be so comfortable, but then you gotta go ahead and lower the anti-aliasing to low and reflection to low. I'm going to show it to you in a second. I'm going to show you outside, and I'm going to show you then inside of the police station. This is the first level, the beginning of the Mafia 3, which is I'm going to use while I'm going to test my video cards and my systems often in Mafia 3, because it's kind of nice game. It's using DirectX 11, and you know, we can use it as a benchmark with some other games. So as you can see, guys, it's still not 50 FPS. It's almost going to be a 50 FPS, but it's definitely not going to be 60 FPS. Unbelievable. Kind of reminds me of the Battlefield Hardline, but Battlefield Hardline got better visuals and better performance. Alright, let me go ahead and switch now. And I'm going to make reflection low and anti-aliasing on low. Let's go ahead and have a look, guys. Reflection is low. Here we go, and anti-aliasing will be low as well. 2560 by 1440, and now we're going to have a solid 60 FPS, as you can see. So now it's going to be comfortable, and this is how you're going to enjoy on those video cards, such as similar performance to by AMD or by NVIDIA to GTX 1070, Titan X, Maxwell GPU architecture or GTX 980 Ti. Those kind of video cards has similar performance from NVIDIA. Keep in mind the Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture is again SuperClocked Edition, which is 100 MHz faster than the regular Titan X, by about 2-3 FPS faster than the regular Titan X, but running stock. Alright, let's go ahead and do that 1080p, shall we? Alright, 1080p, guys. I really like that you can change it immediately, the resolution between the in the game menu. It's amazing. Wow, look at that. Everything maxed out except reflection on low and anti-aliasing on low, and you can see our FPS will be 75 dash sometimes 90. So this will be a solid experience, especially if you have something like 1080p 120 Hz monitor or 144 Hz monitor. You're going to enjoy that, but still not above 100 FPS, so keep that in mind. It's good. It's definitely going to be enjoyable experience on a laptop with GTX 1080, guys. At 1080p you're going to be around 100 FPS, especially those laptops that equipped with 120 Hz monitors such as ASUS G701, MSI Dominators. You're going to enjoy it. But sometimes it drops, as you can see, to 50, and you can see my GPU usage is below 90 FPS. It was below 90 FPS. What happened there, CPU takes advantage of the rendering and helps the GPU, and at this low resolution. So if you would like to take your GPU, a full potential of your GPU, then and utilize it completely 99-100%, then you probably going to use in a Mafia III 2560 at least by 1440 or 4K resolution will be the best. This case will be special when you're running SLI. Your GPU scalability will be very low if you're not going to use 4K or above resolutions, especially 2 video cards and above 2 video cards. Keep that in mind. I'm going to test, guys, 2 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, 3 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, as well as same scenarios for Titan X Pascal GPU architecture 2, 3, and 4 and single. And I also just purchased MSI Titan laptop with 2 GTX 1080 and SLI. Amazing, and I'm gonna test it as well, guys, for you. That thing is amazing, man. The video is coming on that laptop in Mafia 3 as well. Alright, so you saw that, right, guys? Let me go ahead and enable now the anti-aliasing on high and reflection on high. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? 1080p, and then I'm going to go to police station. We're going to test a little bit in the police station, and we're going to see what's going on there. Here we go, high and reflection quality. We're going to go ahead and do reflection quality on high as well. Let's go ahead and have a look. So now anti-aliasing is high and reflection quality on high. Of course, everything else is maxed out. As you can see, our FPS will be just below 60 FPS. Unbelievable low FPS. This is unbelievable, man. And the visuals is not that great in the Battlefield Hardline, which during the night, or Need for Speed on PC that was released in 2015, that or 2016 for PC, that has beautiful visuals during the night. I'm not sure what developers of Mafia 3 was thinking, but and I'm not sure how it's running on consoles. It's probably you can forget about 4K resolution for sure. And those Xbox One S, I'm pretty sure it's not going to handle that. It's probably going to be upscale from 1080p, upscale to 4K, because it's not going to natively render the 4K, I'm pretty sure, on that part. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and see the police station. It's going to be bunch of models, bunch of polygons. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick. As again, 1080p, same settings, 1440p, same settings. This time I'm going to use reflection low, and anti-aliasing low, and then 4K. And pretty much this is how the FPS will be in Mafia 3.
Might get a little rough with the language and
those kind of performance video cards.
I know, but I'm just saying if I go along with it, ain't nothing personal. The only thing I care about.
1080p, as you can see, everything maxed out. You're not even 60 FPS. Outside, but inside, when the model count will be low, you will be about 80, 70 FPS average.
Here we go.
1080p maxed out, but let me go ahead and switch it real quick. Let's go ahead and get inside of the building, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And SLI version will be available of the performance video will be available over the iPlay 4K YouTube channel. Don't miss it out if you're interested, guys. So you can see 70-80 FPS, right? Mostly 75, 70. Let me go ahead and now switch to anti-aliasing low, and reflection quality will be low as well. Here we go. Not even 100 FPS, but very close to 100 FPS. As you can see, 85-95 FPS average. As again, recording with the shadow play, so please add 2-3 FPS. So this kind of experience will be enjoyable for the people with 120 Hz or higher monitor at 1080p resolutions. Alright, let me go ahead and grab real quick the package, and there we go. Alright, let me go ahead and switch, guys, now to 1440. The game is amazing, by the way. I mean, if you're a fan of Mafia 2, you're going to like it, but requires crazy hardware, and some people will be pissed. As again, this is the updated version, and this version has unlimited FPS cap, so you can you know, make it unlimited, so it's not capped to 30 FPS or 60 FPS, so it's totally updated version with the latest NVIDIA drivers.
Still in training. Good. One less goddamn thing for me to worry about. You can pick it up on the way out.
1440, guys. Reflection low, anti-aliasing is low, but everything else is maximum visuals. Inside of the building, as you can see, it will be 60-70 FPS average.
Been trying to get on here for a year now. Was in the Navy for 2 tours. Got medals falling out of his ass. Government tells him thanks, but no thanks. That's a crock of shit if I ever heard one. Sad day when it got fear.
All right, what about the 4K? And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? 3840 by 2160, 16 divided by 9, 4K resolution. Let's go ahead and have a look. As you can see, like I told you, 35 FPS, there's sometimes 40. As again, you gotta add 2-3 FPS due to shadow play recording performance drop, but you got an idea. And look how beautiful it's looking now. Everything is sharp, detailed. This is with reflection low and anti-aliasing is low, guys. Alright. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Wow. A lot of people probably pissed with AMD video cards because AMD video cards will be even slower than Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, and that was released in 2016 because VEGA is not there yet. VEGA probably going to show you solid almost 60 FPS here, 50-60 at 4K, but we gotta wait. VEGA is not released yet. I'm recording this in February 2016. Please keep that in mind. Here we go, guys. And this is 4K with everything maximum visuals except the reflection quality and anti-aliasing. But let me go ahead and make them as well high, and let's go ahead and have a look. And I'm going to wrap up at this point.
Put those bags on the table there.
Okay, as you can see, FPS will be lower than 30 FPS, so it's much lower than 30 FPS average, which is totally unplayable. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. A lot of cool stuff is coming out over the iPlay 4K YouTube channel. It's definitely going to be enjoyable if you're up to PC gaming, and some other cool stuff. And I will see you till the next time. Good night.